Hey guys, so this was a really good question to the previous video. Is there any point to trying to amend sandy soil? And the short answer is absolutely. And the longer answer is yes, and this is why it's so critical to understand the three parts of soil. So sandy would be your physical part, and then understanding how that all intersects when you start to talk about base saturation percentages and where you would want to strive. So that's your chemical side, right? So your pH and base saturations. Trying to get that magnesium higher. What kind of limes are we going to use? What kind of resources are we not going to use because of antagonisms within the soil profile that we're going to drive things out that we don't want, and or drive things up that we don't want. So it's really understanding that physical to chemical structure, and then furthering understanding, well, what can we do to maximize biological growth within that soil profile to make that sandy soil better biologically aggregated or held together. And that's, of course, going to be following, your standard soil health principles, but mostly, keeping a constant root growing, like our vitalized 1-2 system, one after the other, reducing disturbance, etc. And by doing that, you can get sandy soils to do a lot of really good things. And the last thing I'll say about sandy soils is, depending on the crop that you're growing, understanding fertility and the way in which it moves is going to be critical to driving the yield. So whether it's a tomato plant or big row crop farming guys, they got their stuff down, right? But they know when are they putting things down in a Y drop, when are they putting things down in a foliar spray, when are they putting things down at planting, are they spoon feeding nutrients in order to hit that bushel per acre goal. So if you're a gardener or food plotter, you're probably not going to get that in depth with it, but the general idea is still the same, right? You're not going to hold on to nutrients as well. So understanding how soil fertility moves in the soil, if you are going to go the route of applying some fertility, be it natural, or be it organic, or be it, kind of your synthetic, understanding how those nutrients are going to move through the soil are going to help stretch your dollar and increase your yield, and also give you better soil structure over time. So absolutely great question, and absolutely would recommend taking the time to dive in more and get better soil quality even on those sandy soils.